Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday again. That means another interview in the series of Women and Empowerment. For the ones who are tuning in for the very first time, my name is Selina. I'm from Subtle Balance. I'm a life coach, and my mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. I created this Instagram live series, Women and Empowerment, to create more awareness about this amazing topic and to use Instagram as a platform to bring women from all over the world together to talk about this amazing subject. So last week we stayed in Belgium. I had such an inspiring convo with Selina. If you missed us, you can still watch it on my page. I highly recommend it because it was truly an inspiring convo. This week we are going all the way up to South Africa. I'm going to go live with Farana. She's the founder of Survive, Transform and Thrive Academy. Her personal journey made her become a women and empowerment coach and also a self-love coach, as she loved to call herself. So let me see if I can bring her online. Let's see if everything is up and running. Farana. I'm gonna send. I see you're in the live, so let's see. Fingers crossed this time that the connection is going through. That would be awesome. Hi! Yay! It's woohoo! I'm so happy. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Well, thanks, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Before we jump into the live, there are people tuning in. Maybe they can send us like a thumbs up or a smiley face that we know like that everything is up and running.
Yeah.
We will see it coming. So tell me, Farana, I gave a quick introduction. Tell me more about you. Why did you become a women and empowerment coach, self-love coach? Tell me more about that.
Okay, so my name is Farana, actually, like you said. I'm a transformational life coach, owner of Survive, Thrive and Transform. Why I started this is because I was in two abusive relationships. One was with a narcissist, and that was horrible. So going through that, I came out, I survived, and I then changed my life by starting my self-development journey. And then when this year started, when we went into lockdown, I decided that this is what I want to do. I want to help other women who's not only been in abusive relationship, but who has to heal from childhood trauma or any trauma that they've been through. So that's why I started the Survive, Thrive and the Survive, Transform and Thrive Academy.
Wow.
So it's fairly new. And yes, yeah.
So inspiring. Yeah, then we kind of do a similar thing because I coach women also who suffer from codependency, toxic relationships, narcissism. Yeah, I know all about it. So I think we have a lot of similarities. Maybe we should call more often. I think we can chat for hours about those topics.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, indeed. But then you said like, okay, everything with the lockdown, COVID going on, strange times, crazy times, but it's all about mindset, right? And then you decided,
definitely.
I'm going to change my life. But it's not something that you wake up one night and think about in the morning, like, now I'm going to do this. It's something that grows on you, or at least that's my experience. So how was it? How was your journey? How was your process in becoming the women and empowerment coach and the self-love coach? How was your journey through it?
My journey, like you said, it's not something you just wake up one morning and decide this is what I want to do. It started many years ago, because if I had loved myself at that point, I wouldn't have put myself in a situation to be in an abusive relationship. So it started there, and then there's a lot of other things that happen in my life as well. And I guess that's how I was formed to be who I am today. So I am grateful for everything that I've been through. It was not easy, it was painful, but it made me the woman I am today. So it took me a while to get to where I am, and I'm still growing and I'm still going forward.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, we met online. We're both Les Brown prodigies. We're in the same community, so that's how we met. Very inspiring, by the way. But if you speak about, I think the way you put it, it's very important. You said, if I loved myself enough, I wouldn't have tolerated abusive relationships. So that's so true. But if we speak about self-love nowadays, we hear so much about it. So self-love, abusive relationships, building yourself, growth, and also being a woman. How does it all click together for you?
For me, that's what makes you a woman. It all interlinks, it all works together. The one can't work without the other. Because with self-love, there is growth. There's a lot of growth. With self-love, you get to set boundaries for yourself, and you show people how to treat you. So if you love yourself, you will set your boundaries. If you love yourself, you will invest in yourself by developing yourself, by learning and growing. So it all works together.
Yeah, that's true. And if we speak about self-love in the growth process, I think it's also something that will change, no? Because we go through different phases. Every human goes through different phases. We as women as well. We are a child, we grow up, we're teenagers, we're becoming a woman. Then you have like your first serious relationship, you get married, you have children, those things change. How is it for you, the self-love? Is it like a constant, curve, or is it like more blurry sometimes as well?
It does become blurry if you step into the next level of your life. It's going to require a new you. So the self love will be then different. I mean, like if you get married, now you're a wife, you're a mother, you work or you run a business. So self love is a different level at that stage. So you have to fill your cup in order for you to serve your family, your kids, and your job as well. So it's another level. When you're a teenager, it's more about loving yourself and your physical features and so forth, because then we are very aware of it and our weight and all that. When you get to the next level, like being mother and wife, it's totally different. So yes, I think it grows with you. At every stage of your life, it will be different.
Yeah, nicely said. I'm gonna tune in because I see some people coming and going. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have questions, do leave them in the comments below. We will talk about it during the live. And also let us know, what do you think? What does women and empowerment mean to you? I'm very curious to know more about it. So if we speak about discovering self-love, what was the main ingredient for you? What was the game changer in now I have to do something for myself. Now I have to start practicing self-love. What was a game changer for you?
It will be leaving that abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I can't blame that person because I allowed it. I allowed him to treat me that way because I did not love myself. I did not set boundaries to say, this is not going to work if you do 1, 2, 3. So that was an eye opener for me. So now this moment is setting boundaries because, like I said, you teach people how to treat you.
True. Yeah, that's so true. You set the tone for every relationship and it starts with yourself. See some people tuning in. Hi, Madeleine. Good evening. No, that's so true. You set the tone for every relationship, and it's also what you allow and what you tolerate. And it's also very good that you said it's also putting your boundaries there to say like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, and this is my boundary. So if we speak more about women and empowerment, what does it mean to you, women and empowerment? Because it's such a big, a big thing nowadays as well, women empowerment. But what does it mean for you?
It's very broad, and at this moment in this year 2020, I think this is the perfect time for us women to rise and to reclaim our throne. I've met so many wonderful women online, including you as well, that is doing it this year. You know, we got up and we're chasing our dreams this year and we are making it happen. So for me, it is being unapologetically you and doing your thing. And it is about fighting for your rights when it comes to in the workplace, when it comes to economically, politically, it is being representing in all areas. So it's having equality in everything. Like a woman needs to be in the room where decisions about women is being made, and we should continue fighting for that.
Yeah, that's so true. Exactly. You said it nicely. So if we also speak about women and empowerment, are there some kind of things that you experienced during your life so far that you said, like, for me, that was really important to stand up as a woman, not only for myself, but for other women as well? Can you give us some examples?
At this moment, what we are facing in our country, in South Africa, is the gender-based violence. And that's something that I would fight for day and night, and something I would fight for years to come. It is really at a bad state at the moment, the way women are being raped and killed, and we're just not safe. We're not safe anyway. You can't go to the post office. A young girl got raped and killed just going to the post office. So that's a fight that we are, yeah, it's really big in South Africa. And it's something that, yeah, that's something I would fight for.
Wow, that's something I cannot imagine. It must be very scary as well, because how do you feel with everything going on? You live there. How does it feel for you?
It's scary. I have a daughter, and if she's not with me, I'm worried. You can't, they're not safe in school, they're not safe in the house, they're not safe anywhere. Woman is not safe in South Africa. We are
Wow.
not safe.
And is it something that it was always like that, or is something new, like the past years that's been growing more, or how do I see it?
Okay, it was there, but not as bad as it is right now. Now it's reached another level. Like it's like daily that these things happen, and especially with young girls as well. Gender-based violence is really a pandemic that we are currently facing. It's not a COVID even, because even during lockdown, these things were happening. Women were being killed, hanging from trees, 8 months pregnant. I mean, no,
Wow.
it's that horrible. Yeah.
Wow, that's indeed. And is there anything that your government is doing to make changes? Is there anything that you as women can do to make a change? Because I think, yeah, it's not an easy thing to erase or to fix.
No, it's not. It's not. And we continue to fight. Yes, there is hashtags and all that, but it's not enough. Our government, they talk a lot, but not much has been done because it's really gotten really bad these past few years. Really horrific crimes that was committed against women, and there's no changes. There's no changes, and our justice system, yeah,
Wow.
it's not for us.
No, and then you
Yeah.
speak like it's happening on the streets. So it's something that can happen like anytime, any moment. It's not something like environmental, like work-wise, professionally. It is like it already starts at the basis. And then, if I understand it right, how?
Yes, yes. No, it's every single way, everywhere, literally everywhere. Like I said, school. This morning I heard on the radio that a guy raped a mentally ill woman. He took her from our house. He's a neighbor, and he raped her. So it's
Oh,
like it can happen in your home. You're not safe in your home. That's how
wow,
bad it is.
wow, that's so hard. That's so, yeah. I think it's very hard, and I cannot even imagine. I don't even find the words to react right now. I'm
Yeah.
flabbergasted, kind of shocked. And how is it then when you want to go out and work as a woman? How are those things then? Because if it starts like going in your house and on the street, how is it for you as a woman to been raised in South Africa, grew up there, and also like finding a job or like now starting your own business? Because that's you ask, it's a lot of courage that you need to start doing those things.
Yes, but I would prefer having an online business and being at home with my kids than to be at work and having my kids alone at home. So that's something that I prefer doing. In the workplace, there is sexual harassment still. We can't ignore that. It is still something that happens in the workplace. When it comes to the gender-based violence, it is mostly like your partner that will do it to you. And now they don't only rape, they kill you. It's your neighbor, it's your pastor, it's the guy at the supermarket. It's
Wow.
just at its worst, yeah.
Yeah. So
So that's our,
yeah, and you also have children. You want to protect them
yeah.
as well. You want to raise them in a different way. That's kind of a difficult task, I assume, when we speak about women and awareness, because you said, I have a daughter as well. You want to protect her. You want to raise her in a different way. How do you cope with those things then? How do you deal with it?
At the moment, it's like I don't let her out of my sight. She goes to school and then home. And then I pick her up. She waits at the gate and I pick her up from there. So that's how it is at the moment.
Yeah.
If they're not with you, you worry all the time.
No, yeah. That's wow. And if you could say like, hey, we really want to make a shift in the violence, what are the things that you needed that women or the government could do right now? If somebody would ask you like, hey, Farana, you can arrange things, you can change things. What are the things that the government needs to make a shift right now in the gender-based violence?
I would say the sentencing should be more. They should really start really because I think you get like what 5 years, 7 years. You come out with parole, you come do it again. Most of them do it. They come out and they do it again, and then
Five
they
to
go back again.
7 years for raping and
Yes.
murdering a woman?
Yep.
Wow. Somebody's posting like that has to be very challenging. Yeah, I think
It is.
it is.
You fear for
But
your life all the time. It's not nice.
no, because you're constantly, like you said, you're constantly in fear, and that because you are a woman. So then I can understand that you, at a certain point, you start changing things or you start behaving differently. Not that you can change a lot because you're a woman, that's your body, that's who you are. So you cannot change everything, but you will adjust to certain points. How was it for you growing up like a little girl, the little Farana, and becoming like now a woman and a mother and a wife as well? How was it for you to experience everything that's going on then?
Back then, it wasn't that bad. There was like maybe in the community, maybe one case where I grew up. But like I said, the past maybe 10, 15 years, it has grown to an extent where honestly this is our pandemic is
Hmm.
gender-based violence.
Yeah.
It is the highest stage yet.
Yeah, yeah, but I can also imagine, like you're saying, if the government doesn't interfere, if they don't put like a higher punishment, like 5 to 7 years for rape and murder, and it's like you said, they do their time and they come out and they start doing it again, then it's not a solution. It's just a circle that goes
No.
on and on. So you cannot create a fundamental change. Um, yeah, that's really a hard and tough thing. And is there something that you, because you speak, you're a women and empowerment coach in South Africa, how do you try to empower women? How do you help them to cope with the situation, the current situation? How do you do that? Because it must be hard for you as well, on your own, as well as a woman, as a mother, and then you go and empower other women as well. How is it for you?
Yes, basically what I do is I raise a lot of awareness. I always go on my lives. I do mention it. I do like for this month of October, I did domestic violence awareness for the whole month. I went live. I got survivors in to share their stories and so forth. So I try to raise awareness in that way and for them to speak up if it happened to you, speak up so you can save someone else's life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what I've been doing currently, and I wish to do more in
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, yeah, I saw you announcing it about the domestic violence, and I think it's so it's essential to create awareness about those topics because we often don't dare to speak about it. It's like such a taboo, but we really need to
Yeah.
talk about it. We need to talk about domestic violence, about narcissism, about codependency, how women can step up and yeah, just be themselves and just create a life that they want to live. So I think what you're doing is so awesome. So keep on doing those things. It's really inspiring. Um, when we speak more about women and empowerment, and men as well, because we spoke a little bit about men as well, it's a question that has been coming back every life. Do you think men
Okay.
nowadays are ready to embrace empowered women? Do you think they are ready to cope with that?
I think yes. From where we were back in the 50s, I think yeah, they I think they are ready. I
Okay.
think I don't know speak for all of me of the all of the men, but yes, I think
Yeah.
they are ready and they should get ready because we are coming. We are definitely coming.
They should get ready. But I also think it's something we should fight together, no? Like women and empowerment.
Yes,
We women alone, we cannot make that change on our own. So I think it's also something that yeah, we have to do it together. How do you see that happening? Are there things that you say like, oh, that could be something we could do together, or what's your perspective on that one?
I definitely say it's something we should do together, and it's something that we could do together. Like I said in the beginning, women should be in the rooms where men are making decisions about women. We should be included in those discussions. And like at this moment with our situation, we need a man to stand with us to fight this gender-based violence. Um, that's the only way we're going to win if they stand with us. and men should support us as we support them, and that's how we will win one day.
No, that's true. And you say like women should be men taking decisions for women when they're not in the room. Can you give me a specific example? Because I'm all the way in Europe and I'm not, yeah, for me it's totally different than for you. So can you give me some kind of specific examples that I know like, okay, that's what you mean?
Okay, like say now with this gender-based violence in Parliament, there's mostly men. They are the decision makers, and we are not there. We are not representing ourselves.
Okay.
It's not them that's fearing for their lives. It's us. So we will know what is needed to be put in place.
Yeah, you need to include you as women as a group as well, because it's like you're saying, we are the one experiencing it on a daily basis, so they have to talk and communicate with you as well. Are there other specific examples that you say like, oh, that's very important and essential as well?
No, I can't think of anything now.
No. Okay. No. And when we speak about growing up, when we're kids, yeah, and then we start changing, we're growing teenagers, things start shifting, things start changing. It's kind of a difficult time, let's say, because you're not a kid anymore, you're not an adult, you're something in between, you're discovering everything. Did you have like a role model or a mentor that you could look up to and say like, oh, thanks to this woman or man, I became who I am. I received so much support, because I think that's also essential to find it in your journey. People that inspire you, people that are like a mentor. How was it for you?
For me back then, I would say it was my mother. She was my support system. She was the person I looked up to. She was very strong, and I learned a lot from her, things that I teach my daughter today. So I would have to say my mother.
Okay. And if we speak about the growing up part in women and empowerment, what is something that you really want to share with your daughter or with other viewers? Like, this is so important in parenting when we speak about empowering young girls. What would that be?
I'm going to speak from what I know. Will be to love yourself. That is very important. Loving yourself and chasing your dreams. Go after your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you that your dream is too big or it's not possible, because it's possible. You can do anything and be anything you want to be. So a lot of times we put a girl down. No, you can't do that. It's for boys. And no, you can't do that. It's not ladylike. No, girls can do anything. Yeah.
True. Yeah, true story. No, I'm fully on board on that one. And I think it's also very inspiring for me. It was kind of similar. When we went into the lockdown, I decided to leave my job and to start on my own again. So I really recognize everything that you're saying, and the mindset and the focusing on. And I think it is all about mindset. It doesn't matter where you are, where you are at this certain point in your life. It's all about mindset and about how you look at things. But to make that change, it's also a huge shift you have to make. And I think it's reprogramming yourself. How is that for you? How did you discover that?
When I started out, I think it was in January. I started first with a group of friends, and I was like telling them what we should do for this year and what my goals are for the year. So we made vision board, and by now I can tick off a lot of things that I put in my vision board, so it works.
Oh, awesome!
Yes, and then it's a mindset.
Can you share one or two things that you said that was on my vision board and I can check it already?
Number one is starting my online coaching business. Number two is getting a certified coaching certificate. So yeah, those two, and then there's a few others also. I started walking and living a healthier lifestyle. So there's a few, and the year is not over yet. So I can still think of another few before we end.
Yeah, that's so cool. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of vision boards as well. That was what you're about to say. Like, it's magically, right? It's just pure magic.
Yeah.
It works. So I know, is there anything you want to share about making a vision board and how it works for you? Because everybody has their personal touch in those things. So how does it work for you?
Okay, so basically I put up pictures of things that I would like to achieve this year. I made mine for 2020, not long term. So some of the things I went a bit overboard, too big. It was like a bit unrealistic for this year. But anywho, I accomplished a lot. And I write a lot of powerful words, empowering words, inspire, motivation, everything. I put my words on there, and then the pictures of what I want to achieve. And then it's also good and important to write it down. You need to write it down and read it. That helped me a lot as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, for me, it's like spending extra quality time with myself. I do it occasionally, then I block the whole night and I just create vision boards or mood boards, like I love to call them. And the first lockdown that we had here in Belgium was in March and April. I made a few with my son together, and it was so cool to do it with my son. And then you see a whole different perspective from his side, because he's like 9 years old, he was then, so it's a completely different approach. But I think it's also kind of amazing that how magically it is, because I hang it in a place that I look at it daily. I see it several times a day, and also, like you said, I can check off a lot of things already. So it's your unconscious. It's so important the way we feed ourselves. And I think that's also part of the empowerment, don't you think?
Definitely. That is also something that I always mention on my group. I will be running another workshop now in November, doing our 2021 vision boards. So yes, definitely. It is everything to do with empowerment.
All right. And it's completely online. So people that are watching this interview right now, they can contact you, or how does it work?
Yes, they can go to my Facebook group. It's Unleash the Goddess. I don't know if you can maybe share it on the Unleash the Goddess.
Yes.
Empowering women.
Unleash. Let me see. Unleash the Goddess.
Empowering women on the self-discovery and self-love journey.
Empower women. Right. Let's see. Can you say it? Unleash the Goddess. Empower women in.
Empowering women.
Yes.
On their self-discovery.
On their
and self-love.
Okay, their self-discovering and self-love journey. Almost there.
It's a long name.
I put it in the comments so people can
okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see some people tuning in, and so if you have questions for us about vision boards, manifestation, because that's also something we're gonna jump to, I think, about empowerment, women, do leave them in the comments and we can talk about it. Thank you for tuning in, and leave your questions in the comments. So vision boards, how did you start with that? Because it's not something, my friend Lacey is here as well. Vision boards, how did you start with that?
In 2008 I watched Oprah Winfrey, and Lisa Nichols was on there. That's when I learned about it. Yeah, that's why I learned about it back then. Yeah, and so I think I made one years ago, but when the mind is not focused on that, So the rest of them I didn't make vision boards, but I manifested. So like my first car I bought, I manifested, I got the picture of it, I had my phone, I would look at it every day, and I would imagine myself driving it, and then I got my car. Brand new, same color and everything. So but it works. So now 2020, when the year started, that's what I did. I started my vision board, and I also I told my kids to do it as well. And it's so important to teach them at a young age to do it.
True.
It's so important.
I do it with my son as well, the vision boards, and I start with the journaling as well. I try to teach him to journal, but that's not a success. That's I see somebody saying, I think I love you, Farana. I think it's one of your followers saying that. So
okay.
Yeah. No, I tried to journaling with him, but then he's like, then I said, like, every day we're going to write for 5 minutes. And then he started, I can write anything I want. I said, yeah, you can write anything you want to. So he started like writing, this is boring, this is boring, this is boring for 5 minutes. So That's why I thought maybe I will wait in a year or two and then we can do it again. So no,
Yeah.
that's
For now, I think the pictures will work for them. Cutting and pasting. They
yeah,
enjoyed it.
exactly. Yeah, I see a lot of people tuning in. Hi, good evening. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, if you have questions, do leave them in the comment. If you want to know more about manifestation, empowerment, vision boards, do leave them in the comment and we can talk about it. So manifestation is something so completely different. I see a comment again. Iron Mom says, so proud of you. So that one is for you. So yeah, always nice to inspire people. So manifestation.
Yeah.
How does it work for you? Because also in that part, manifestation and empowerment, I think you use it in your coaching as well, or am I mistaken?
I kind of do. I do, but not the way that I was taught to do it, because after what I went through, it took a lot out of me. So it's something that I'm still trying to find my way back again.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I can manifest things the way I used to.
Mm-hmm.
After the trauma of the narcissist relationship, I wasn't myself. So I'm trying to get that part of me back where I can manifest things, because I did do it before.
Yeah, and like you said, like living with a narcissist, it's a part of you. It becomes a part of you. There are certain things that will never entirely go back like it was, or at least that's my experience with living with a narcissist. So I don't know how it is for you, and I also fully recognize what you're saying. It is discovering yourself again, the self-love, the self-development, and discovering yourself again. In a completely different way than before, or at least that was for me. So I don't know if you want to tell a little bit more about that.
No, definitely, I do agree. Self-discovery first, because the person you were, I don't think you want to be that person ever again, So rediscovering yourself, and then basically reinventing. You can become now anything you want to be. It's not an easy journey, but it's definitely worth it. And then self-love, because self-love is basically what lifted me up from rock bottom. That's what lifted me up and got me to sit here and talk to you today.
I'm so happy to have you. And what you just said is like empowerment. That is just empowerment. What you said, finding yourself, self-discovering, embracing yourself with your flaws, with your strengths, and just doing that. I see some comments coming in. Let me see. Lacey's is sending vision boards are an entry, for manifestation. So true.
Yeah.
And then Love Life New Zealand. Oh wow, I was also married to a narcissist for 15 years. Left 3 years ago. Life's never been better. Wow, that's that's indeed. It is kind of you're so it takes so much courage to leave that situation. That's also something I want to share with you. So powerful that you chose for yourself, and especially after 15 years. My relationship was 7 years and a half, and after that one I wasn't myself anymore. I was just like a shadow of the person that I used to be, and rediscovering myself. It was strange. I remember that I was going to the supermarket, and I was so used to being somebody that I wasn't. So I was walking in a supermarket and not knowing what I wanted to prepare for dinners. So small things like just being completely disconnected with yourself, and that was such a strange feeling. So and like Lacey said, you said yes to you. That's so true. You said yes to you. How it starts. So I don't know. How was it for you to rediscover yourself and to experience that disconnection in yourself? Because I think we speak about women and empowerment, but what we are talking about now, I think it also starts with empowering yourself at the very first step. That's the very first step. Empower yourself before you can go and empower other women. So how was it for you?
Like you said, you don't know who you are at that moment. You don't you don't know what color you like. You don't know what you like. You don't know what food you like. When after you left, I was like, and I looked in the mirror, I was like, I could recognize my face partially, but I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what Farana liked anymore. So
Yeah.
that was a tough one. So that's why the self discovery is so important,
Yeah.
because you are totally disconnected. I
Yeah.
think you don't even exist. It's just you've been
No.
on autopilot for years. So
Yeah.
mine was, I think, about 13 years. Yeah, and it takes time to get out. It's not easy. People say, "But why are you staying? Why are you staying?" It's not
Yeah.
easy to leave. It
No,
is
it's
not
not
easy to
easy.
leave.
And there it comes in the part that we spoke before is the self-love. It's like, for me, it was like, I am not worth it, you know? This is what I am worth.
Hmm.
Not believing that I could step up my game, that I was worth it for another man. It was like, yeah, kind of a comfort zone, but also thinking that that was it. That was your ceiling. That was what you deserved.
Yes.
That is it. So I recognize that part yeah, so bad. I'm gonna jump because I saw a cool comment for you, and I want to read it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Love Life New Zealand. She can totally relate with everything that we're saying. Iron Mom says Farana was always so quiet. I'm so proud that she's so confident and vocal right now. So all credits to you. Um, Strange Journey is saying totally relate to that. Lacey's is saying yes, stepping into your new role as your own person, and yeah, you're so brave. Then yes, so hard to leave. They pull you back in with their promises of change. Try to leave 5 times. Yeah, that's also something that is so recognizable, because from the moment they feel like I'm losing control, then it's just a trick, another card they play to keep you close, to make you doubt yourself. I think that was one of the worst things that I
Hmm.
discovered. Make you doubt your own perspective, make you doubt who you are as a person. And I think you can relate to that as well. How was it for you?
I thought I was crazy for a long time. They make you think that you are really crazy.
Yeah.
Mm. So the self doubt, definitely, the doubt was there. Like, did this really happen? Yeah. So that's a real thing.
Is there, did it really happen? Is the
Yeah.
things that I'm seeing, is it true? The things that I'm feeling, that I'm perceiving, is it correct? Is it right? You start second guessing yourself over and over and over again. And that's so exhausting as well. But anyway, that's also, yeah, for everybody who can relate to it, it takes a lot of courage to break free from that pattern. And that's also
Hmm.
why I start doing what I'm doing right now, like helping people to break free from toxic relationships, breaking free from the pattern of codependency. I made a promise to myself, if I can survive it, then I'm going to make it my mission to help other women do exactly the same. And I recognize that in you as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
See some messages coming in. Yeah, the gaslighting, great, crazy making. I wrote
Hmm.
an article like 2 weeks about the gaslighting, and it is really, yeah, it's really crazy. And it takes some time to recover from that as well. Lacey is saying it's so hard. It's harder to do something different because it's scary, as opposed to doing something familiar, even if it's harmful. This is so powerful. Yeah, that's also what we endure because we are used to those things. So that's also something. Sometimes we just, yeah, we cope with things. We find a way. We second guess, and we just stay in the circle because we think it's normal and because we don't see another way out. So yeah. So if you have like any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. So everything starts with empowering yourself, and once you find that basis in yourself, you can start empowering other women. But also in that journey, when you start empowering other women, or at least that was for me, you look in the mirror sometimes, and I think you understand what I mean with that one. How is that for you?
Yes. Um. It the mirror work. What I did was I do mirror work as well. That's something that I did when I just came out of that marriage, and that's what slowly built me up. Having to speak to my staff, having to look at my staff and say, "It happened. What
Yeah,
we're gonna do next?" You know, and
yeah,
you start building yourself up. You don't. At that moment, I was by myself. I was on my own. So that's how I started getting out of it. Was speaking to myself, empowering myself, and telling myself that you are enough and you are worthy and you are beautiful and you deserve everything your heart desires. I started by empowering myself like that. And then when I felt like I am empowered, and I said I wanted to go help women who was where I was. So
Wow.
here I am.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of mirror work as well. Now I am. The first time I started with mirror work, I was like cursing the whole time. I think I had like a chart with all my words that I put out loud because I found it so difficult. The first time I recognized it, like I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting in front of a mirror just looking at myself, and I didn't feel the connection with myself. I felt so empty, and I just didn't feel it. And then after a while, like saying to yourself when you're looking in a mirror, I love you, that was like such a game changer for me. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of mirror work right now, and I know that it's such a powerful tool. I'm gonna jump again to some comments because there are
Okay.
things coming in. Iron Mom is saying, so proud of you ladies, especially for speaking about it. Yeah, you're so welcome. I think we should create more awareness about this topic. Love Life New Zealand, so proud of you ladies. So proud you ladies are out now too and helping other women. This is my goal too. Oh, yeah, just follow your dream. I think you can refer with that as well, Farana. Just follow your dream, follow your heart and your inner compass, and just follow it. I don't know if you want to say anything to Love Life New Zealand about the goal achieving.
No, definitely go for it and chase for it and never give up on it. Definitely. If that's what you want to do, then do it.
Exactly. Lacey is saying we get to learn so much from the people we serve. Thank you so much. Beautiful, powerful women. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lacey, for this nice
Thank
compliment.
you.
Yeah. And Love Life New Zealand says, my favorite affirmation is, I love the woman that I am. Yeah, I love that one as well. That's a very powerful one. What is your favorite affirmation, Farana?
Sure, there's so many. There's so many. Mine at the moment is I deserve everything that is coming my way.
Oh, wow.
I am deserving of it. Yes.
Wow, that's a powerful one as well. I love that one. Yeah, mine is I am enough. I have it on my mirrors in the house. But in the last weeks, the live from previous week, sorry, I accepted a challenge from Selina, and she said like change your affirmation to all in life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. So I've been trying to rehearse it like since last week. I have 4 more days to go, and then my challenge is done. But it's a different kind of affirmation, and I must say it feels kind of kind of good as well. So I'm gonna see how it goes. So if we speak more about empowerment, we have the affirmations, mirror work, manifestations, vision boards. Are there other tools that you used to empower yourself, and tools that you use now in your coaching?
What I use in my coaching and myself is the self-discovery. Do the self-discovery questions. Ask yourself, because this is a question that is very difficult to answer. Who are you? And a lot of people can't answer it.
No.
So that's something that you need to do. Go on that journey and find out who you are and what it is you want. Because if you don't know that, you can't do anything else. And then it's self-love as well. Everything I teach in self-love is your affirmations, your mirror work, and setting your boundaries and so forth. So that's basically what I use. That's what I still use. And walking is important, and journaling. Journal every day. Write down your feelings, your thoughts. Write it down. It's basically the woman you are becoming. Say 10 years from now, that will be your blueprint. So if you want to teach about it, if you want to write a book, go back to your journals. You got your book in your journals that you wrote over the 10 years. So that's something I teach and something I do.
Yeah. And I think it's so also very important what you're saying. Be brutally honest with yourself. Dare to ask yourself the difficult questions. Who am I? Who do I want to become? What is my passion? What stirs my soul? All those things. They're difficult questions because you cannot find the answer straight away or right away. And for me, journaling and writing, I love to write as well. for me, that was one of the tools that I use as well. Are there other tools that you used in discovering more about yourself?
It was only the journaling, and then self-reflecting, reflecting and asking yourself, okay, you know what, who am I, especially after that marriage. It was so important to ask, who are you and what do you want? Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you want the things that you want? And why do you allow the things that you allow? So it's very important to know who you are.
Yeah,
It's a simple question that is so difficult to answer.
yeah, that's so true. It's so difficult to answer indeed. And I think also when we speak about coming out of a toxic relationship, finding yourself again, discovering yourself again, I think acceptance is also a very important key in empowerment, because it starts with accepting, accepting that you were in a marriage for such a long time, accepting that you endured a lot of things. And I think for me, that was a difficult part, to just accept it and to find peace somehow. Not forgive, but to find peace. And yeah, maybe forgive myself in a certain way also. So how was that for you?
Exactly the same. And actually, the acceptance, when I said I want to write my book, I haven't started yet, but the first chapter is acceptance, because that's where it starts. You need to accept and acknowledge that this is what I went through, and this is what it was. And then it's the self-forgiveness. I forgive myself for allowing this person to do this to me. So definitely it's the same.
I get goosebumps when you say it. I forgive myself. Yeah, that is so powerful to tell that to yourself out loud, not only just the silent voice in your head, but to say it out loud. I forgive myself. The very first moment I said it and I really felt it, it was such a relief. That was like, whoo, things started shifting inside myself. So yeah, Lacey, this yes, 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 acceptance. So you said something very important. I'm a writer as well. I'm writing my first book. But tell me more. You want to write a book. So what's acceptance? I hear you say. What's it going to be about?
About okay, it will definitely be about that part of my life.
Okay.
That I call it my gift wrapped in sandpaper. That one, yeah. Yeah, it will be about the trauma in that marriage, what happened in that marriage, how I got through it, and what I endured. That will definitely be the book that I write, my first book that I write.
Your first book, so there's a second one coming up?
Oh yes, there will be many coming out. This will be my first book. Yes, I'm not a writer, but yes, an aspiring writer. So that will be my first book.
Oh, I love
it.
it.
It was my greatest pain. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they say, turn your mess into your message. And I think that's really powerful. I also believe we don't go through through all those things in our life to do nothing with them. I think if we suffer, if we endure a lot of things, it is essential that we inspire other people with it. Because look at this life right now. You're in the south of Africa, I'm in Belgium. We're doing a live and we resonate with each other. And I think if we see at the comments during the live, a lot of people resonate with everything that's going on. So let's inspire each other in that journey. We can only learn from each other and we can only grow strong. And I think that's also a message when we speak about empowerment, doing things together, empower each other together, inspire each other together. So I cannot wait for your book to come out. Yeah, know how that's working out. Yeah, I think we have like about 9 minutes left. The life is going by. So is there anything you wanna add or share? Like, this is something I really want to share, or about empowerment and about everything that we just discussed?
Okay, about everything that we discussed,
Yeah,
I would have to say, like you said, empowered woman, empower woman. Your story is not yours. It belongs to the world. So share your story. And yes, we all go through things. Life happens, and for some of us it's hard, others worse than others. But like I said, it's your gift wrapped in sandpaper. Take your lessons, heal, work on yourself, and move forward. You can then go and help someone. You can write a book. You know, it doesn't. It's not your final destination. That was just a pit stop. You move forward. It's not the end yet. So what I would like to leave with the ladies is, you know what, start by empowering yourself. Mirror work is very important. Journaling is very important. Your affirmations, let it become like your prayer every morning. Say it in the mirror. Look at yourself in your eyes and tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am loved. You know,
Yeah.
those things, you know what, it brings a lot of ladies on my group, when they started doing it, you could actually see the glow in their faces.
Yeah.
That's how it changes your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. And it's so
So that's
powerful.
empowering.
Hmm.
Yes.
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 Wow. That's really
And
so beautiful.
chase after your dreams. Dream big, girls. You know, this is our time to rise as queens and reclaim our thrones. This is our time. 2020 is our time that we start, you know, working towards that. So if you have a dream, go for it. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Yes, no, that's also true. And I think part of the journey as well is education, I think. And like we are both in the Les Brown community. We have a lot of information there. We have a lot of like-minded people surrounding us. Also, that is very important when we speak about empowerment. Go for it, live your dream, educate yourself, surround yourself with people who see the best in you and think like you, and just lift each other up. I think that's also a form of empowerment. So yes, that's
Definitely.
wow. And I love the way you say it. Wrap it in a gift. It's your gift. Use it. So I'm gonna remember that one, because I really love the way you said it. So yeah, that's
Thank you.
yeah, I most the majority of the time I end my life, I'm gonna do it now again. It's also the 13th life. It's my lucky number, and it's also in the question. What would you tell your 13-year-old self with all the knowledge that you have today?
Um, you are enough. You
Hmm.
are enough. Dream big and believe in yourself. Also, don't let nobody tell you can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
Oh, yes, nothing is impossible. That's true. It's always possible. You just have to believe in it, believe in yourself, and believe in the possibility. Yeah. Lacey is
Mindset.
saying my favorite affirmations. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Maybe that's something we can do for the people that are still here and watching. Leave in the comment what is your favorite affirmation. If it's something, yeah, just share it with us. I'm very
Yes.
curious to know what is your favorite affirmation. Yeah, no, I'm very grateful that you could make time to be here tonight. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, we will keep in touch. Our Lacey is saying I am enough. Yeah, that's also my ultimate favorite affirmation. So yeah, I would say thank you for making time. Thank you for everything that you shared with us. It was so inspiring, so vulnerable, so authentic. So thank you very much. We keep in touch. I think we can elaborate a lot about all the topics that we discussed. So I'm going to give the last minutes to you to close this live. So I would say take it away.
Okay. Thank you everyone for watching us, and thank you for all the beautiful messages. Thank you, Selina, so much for this opportunity as well. I really admire what you are doing and what we are both doing is, and may you be successful in the hard work that you are doing. We have a common goal is to empower women,
Exactly.
and I really appreciate you for having me here. It's been a really great experience. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Really, you're more than welcome. And let's keep on empowering and inspiring all those women out there, and let's make a change. That's
Yes.
why we are here. Crane's Journey saying thank you both very, very much. You're so welcome. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, who was here, for all the messages, for the sharing. Thank you very, very much. So next week there's no live interview scheduled. We have holidays here, so I will be back the 12th of November. If you have questions for Farana or for me, I will post this Instagram live on my page. Do check her Facebook page out. I put it in a comment somewhere. Do check it out because she's delivering awesome work. And if you have questions, leave them in a comment or send me a direct message. I think they can send you a direct message as well if they want to contact you. So feel free. And I would say where you are, enjoy the rest of the day, enjoy the evening. And as always, lots of love. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.